Nature is unpredictable, and sometimes the line between a lucky escape and a total disaster is razor thin. Whether it's a massive bear charging through the snow, or a pale, humanoid figure crawling with terrifying speed, these moments defy explanation. Is this just raw animal instinct? Or have these people stumbled onto something that was never meant to be found? A group of people suddenly burst into panic as a massive bear charges across the snowy area, sending everyone running in different directions. The footage shows the animal moving fast and aggressively easily navigating the snow, while the crowd struggles to get away. Its size and speed make the situation feel hopeless, as the terrain clearly favors the predator. After a tense chase, the bear suddenly breaks off and disappears into the distance. Whether it was acting defensively out of curiosity or something else remains uncertain, leaving viewers wondering how close this encounter came to turning tragic. The video begins with 3 hunters preparing to attract bears by using a whistle as a call. Moments later, the plan backfires when 3 large bears suddenly burst from the trees at full speed. Clearly unready for such a reaction, the hunters are forced to respond immediately. Bears are usually cautious around loud noises, making the sudden appearance of several predators especially surprising. After a single shot is fired, the bears quickly retreat back into the forest, leaving behind a tense reminder of how unpredictable these encounters can be. In Yosemite National Park, a lone hiker unexpectedly finds himself witnessing a rare and tense standoff between a mountain lion and an aggressive coyote. After hearing frantic coyote cries along a trail, he follows the sound and sees the animal barking repeatedly. At what appears to be empty space. Moments later, the reason becomes clear when a cougar is revealed, perched above, avoiding direct confrontation. The coyote continues provoking from below, while the mountain lion holds his position, visibly irritated, yet cautious. After several minutes, neither animal escalates further, and the coyote eventually retreats back toward its pack, ending the encounter. Whether this was a territorial dispute or a coordinated attempt to harass the cougar remains unclear, raising the question of how often such hidden wildlife conflicts go unnoticed by humans. This clip highlights one of the many reasons people warn against feeding wildlife. Uploaded in July 2013, it shows a group of friends standing in shallow water while small sharks swim nearby. When one woman reaches out to feed a shark, the situation quickly becomes painful. As the sharks move away, she's left visibly injured. It's a brief but unsettling reminder of how unpredictable wildlife can be when humans cross that line. 2 hunters are walking along a narrow forest trail when they suddenly come face to face with a deer blocking their path. They stop and try to scare it away by tossing objects, but the animal quickly grows agitated and charges. While deer are usually cautious around humans, they can become aggressive when protecting nearby young. Fortunately, no one is seriously hurt, but the encounter raises a clear question: did the men misread the warning signs? Or was this confrontation unavoidable once the deer felt threatened? This intense encounter begins with a group of trained dogs chasing and pushing a large grizzly bear into the open. Although the bear is strong enough to overpower them, it chooses to run, instead trying to intimidate the dogs, only after it has already been forced into a vulnerable spot. Once the animal comes into clear view, the hunter filming the scene takes his shot. The wounded bear runs, and the hunters follow its trail, eventually loading it onto a truck. The footage shows how coordinated tactics can overwhelm even powerful predators, raising the question of whether this was a controlled hunt or a situation that escalated too far once the bear tried to escape. A man suddenly finds himself standing directly in the path of two young brown bears. He quickly raises his arms to appear larger, but the bears seem more curious than afraid, with one moving closer for an uncomfortably close inspection. The tension grows as the distance narrows, making the moment feel dangerously unpredictable. What happens next comes as a surprise, suggesting that the man's calm reaction and understanding of how to handle the situation may have prevented a far worse outcome. This disturbing clip begins with a man inside a shark cage calmly filming beneath the dark ocean as he waits for sharks to circle nearby. The situation takes a terrifying turn when an aggressive shark behaves unpredictably and slams into the cage. Instead of swimming past, the animal becomes wedged in the metal bars, its jaws trapped as it begins to panic. After several tense moments, the shark finally breaks free and swims away. Whether this was a freak accident or a dangerous flaw in the cage design raises an unsettling question about how safe these encounters truly are. Filmed in Russia, this clip shows a large aggressive bear repeatedly charging toward a man who calmly records while holding a rifle for protection. After the bear's intimidation attempts fail, the man takes a bold step forward instead of firing, testing whether the animal will retreat. Bears often avoid direct confrontation with humans due to learned danger, and this moment seems to confirm that instinct. The bear backs away and eventually leaves the area, raising the question of whether confidence and experience truly deter such predators, or if this encounter narrowly avoided disaster. This encounter begins with two hunters hidden in thick bushes, quietly filming as several large black bears move in and out of sight, already alert after sensing something unusual. As they stay concealed and wait for a clear opportunity, one bear drifts dangerously close, presenting what appears to be a perfect shot. However, the first shot fails to bring the animal down, instead triggering a sudden reaction. The bear bolts off in another direction, leaving the hunters unharmed.
That was some crazy shit right there.
That was pretty awesome.
The moment shows how quickly a controlled hunt can become unpredictable, raising the question of how often hesitation or miscalculation places humans at serious risk. The video opens with a tour guide deliberately calling a massive crocodile toward a small boat filled with eager tourists. What begins as a spectacle quickly carries obvious risk, as crocodiles are powerful and highly unpredictable predators.
Listen, give me on.
Hurry up, the tail. You heard that?
The guide appears to tease the animal, bringing it dangerously close to the boat, and increasing both excitement and tension.
gonna bug you like this, man. We're gonna touch it. We're gonna touch it. Look at it. Fuck it up.
Despite how easily the situation could have gone wrong, the encounter ends without incident. Whether this was a controlled experience or reckless confidence remains open to debate, leaving viewers to question how thin the line is between a thrilling wildlife display and a potential disaster. Tourists on a safari experience a tense close encounter with a large leopard as it moves through the area, repeatedly passing near their vehicle while appearing focused on hunting. The predator's calm confidence leaves the group both amazed and uneasy. After several close passes, the leopard disappears into the bush, leaving behind the question of whether it ever saw the tourist as a threat or possible prey. While hunting in the forest, a person began recording after hearing unusual noises nearby. The footage briefly shows a humanoid-shaped figure sprinting across a road at incredible speed before disappearing into the trees. The sudden movement has divided viewers, with some suggesting a cryptid and others believing it was an animal or a staged prank. What crossed that road remains open to debate. While out on the water in Wisconsin, a boat crew noticed something unusual moving across the dark surface.
Yes. Nope.
We're chasing a green blob.
Yeah, we're chasing a green blob. We're chasing a green blob right now.
A glowing green object drifted steadily through the water, prompting them to follow it while alerting others nearby. With no clear explanation, speculation ranged from an unknown underwater vessel to something far more unusual, leaving the true nature of the glowing object unresolved. Lux Yai was investigating a reportedly haunted cemetery when the footage took an unexpected turn.
Igualito. Acá pueden ver, pueden corroborar que hay un animal, miren, un animal muerto también. Dicho que se hacen acá en esta zona. ¿Lo puede levantar, por favor? Sí.
While filming the surrounding tombs, a small white figure suddenly appeared, moving slowly through the tall grass before darting out of sight.
Mirá, mirá, mirá. Por ahí, mirá. No, esto de no creer, vamos. Corran.
They managed to capture one final glimpse of it on camera, but its shape and movement remained unclear. With no clear explanation for what was seen, the identity of the figure remains a mystery. A Reddit user known as Cake, the Legend69, was exploring a wooded area while hunting and taking photos when she captured something unsettling in the distance: a lone figure standing among the trees. She later explained that everyone in her group was behind her at the time, focused in other directions, ruling out anyone she knew. Further research revealed the area had once been an abandoned logging town that disappeared under mysterious circumstances, leaving behind 13 old graves with weathered headstones. While some suggest misidentification or a trick of distance and lighting, others believe the photo may have captured something tied to the site's forgotten past. So was it just a coincidence or a trace of what never truly left those woods? During a nighttime ride through the forest, a biker recorded his trip using a GoPro, unaware anything was out of place. Later, while reviewing the footage, his headlights briefly revealed a ghostly humanoid figure standing motionless in the middle of the trail. The rider hadn't noticed anything at the time and rode past without stopping, leaving the unsettling question of what the camera captured that night unanswered. While hiking through the Gila National Forest, a man started recording after hearing unusual sounds echoing nearby. No figure ever appears in the footage, making it impossible to identify the source of the noise. Whether it was an animal a rare natural sound, or something more unusual remains unclear, leaving the mystery unresolved. While searching for wildlife in a Canadian forest, a man noticed something unusual and began recording. Instead of animals, a strange humanoid figure appeared crouched among the trees, seeming to watch the area and briefly gesture as if signaling to something unseen. A cyclist passed through the scene, and when the camera turned back, the figure had completely disappeared. With nothing else spotted that day, the footage leaves an unsettling question about what was really hiding in the forest. While driving back from a camping trip, a group noticed something unusual near the roadside and slowed down to take a closer look.
What'd you see? What the frick is that? What? It's behind that tree. Niana, what is that?
In the darkness beside a tree, a shadowy figure could be seen moving in an unsettling way, its shape difficult to make out. The sight was disturbing enough that they chose to leave immediately without looking back later, wondering what they had encountered on the side of the road. A Reddit user shared a trail camera photo that appears to show two human-like figures floating in the forest. Locals refer to them as tree people, believed by some to be spirits, though whether the image shows a natural explanation or something paranormal remains unclear. While staying alone in a cabin deep in the woods, a woman heard strange noises outside her bedroom window and decided to set up a security camera. The footage later revealed a man peering into the window before running away, only to return shortly after and steal the camera. Whether the stalker was ever identified or caught remains unknown. While hunting in the woods, a man suddenly heard eerie grunting sounds echoing through the area. It remains unclear whether the noises came from wildlife or something far more unsettling lurking nearby. A group of hunters and their dogs tracked a wild boar deep into a dense Scandinavian forest after a long pursuit. Once the dogs finally cornered the animal and alerted the group, one hunter prepared to take the shot. Instead, the boar suddenly charged straight toward him at full speed, its aggression turning the situation deadly in seconds. The encounter narrowly avoided disaster, highlighting just how dangerous a cornered animal can be. A rumor spread about a remote piece of land believed to be home to something unusual, prompting a man named Tom to investigate late one night with a camera and flashlight.
It's like a little bit of illegal dumping. It's like sand.
At first, he found nothing more than scattered debris. But moments later, a pale humanoid figure appeared hiding in the brush. When illuminated, the figure suddenly crawled toward him with unsettling speed, its thin, unnatural appearance triggering immediate panic. Tom fled the area and never returned, leaving viewers divided over whether he encountered a person, an animal, or something far more disturbing. While driving along a quiet road in North Carolina, a hunter recorded unusual dashcam footage, showing a large dark fur-covered figure rushing into the woods. Estimated to stand around 6 to 7 feet tall, the figure appeared to move in a distinctly human-like way. The clip quickly sparked debate, with some suggesting it could be Bigfoot, while skeptics argued the footage may not be authentic. In 2021, a man filmed his walk through dense woodland, unaware he was capturing something disturbing. Hidden behind a pile of debris, a strange animal-like face with glowing eyes briefly appeared before disappearing, followed by a deep, rough growl. The moment left viewers unsettled, raising questions about whether this was an unknown animal, a trick of lighting, or something far more unusual. Could this be evidence of a cryptid? Or is there a simpler explanation still unseen? Two hunters entered the Missouri woods to investigate rumors of a strange presence near their neighborhood.
So Ben, how do you think that thorn pierced your,
Back.
While moving through a quiet clearing, they noticed a dark figure kneeling among the trees, motionless, and seemingly watching them. The encounter lasted only seconds before panic set in, forcing them to drop the camera and run. When they later recovered the footage and shared it online, viewers pointed out that one hunter mentioned feeling watched moments before the figure appeared. Was it just fear playing tricks on them, or did they capture something truly unexplained? While checking his trail camera footage, a hunter noticed something unusual. Flickering lights deep in the forest at night, the lights appeared and disappeared repeatedly, moving in a way that didn't seem natural. Considering how dense and isolated the area is, with almost no nighttime foot traffic, the sight was difficult to explain. Were they distant hikers, or was something more unusual moving through the woods? A transparent ghost-like figure appeared to glide between the trees, briefly moving from right to left before disappearing. Some viewers thought it looked unusually tall, though the YouTuber estimated it to be around 6 feet. Was this an authentic accidental capture, or could it have been staged to mislead viewers? That's it for tonight. Which moment creep? Drop it in the comments. Have your own story. Share it with us and stay tuned. The next one is even darker.